This playthrough is rated T for teen.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. In the last episode, we did some battles to unlock the final bits of story. Well, hopefully anyway. So, yeah, we've only got 4 stories to go, or 4 battles to go, and a handful of story left. So let's go back to Goda as he found out about Professor Chihiro surviving. Well, surviving in a way, anyway. And speculating, basically filling out all the holes in the information that we did, typical mystery style. So let's see what other mysteries this man with a notebook can tell us. Kaiju riverbed.
The Kaiju! Why are they coming this way? The terminal's the other way. Oh, that's Sentinel. That's gotta be Iori. Hey, Iori, what's going on? Iori-chan? They all appeared on this side out of nowhere. Just keep running. That's easy to say, but where are we even supposed to run? Yukiko, I'm sorry I couldn't get you somewhere safer, but I'll handle this. Usami-chan? Usami-chan! Usami-chan disappeared. What the heck is going on? Don't worry. I'm going to protect you. Everything's gonna be okay. I need to stay logical. Logical. Just so you know, I didn't want to do this. I'm gonna try something. Huh? Honestly. Goto-kun! I know you can see me! You've got a drone up, right? I need you here right now! Goto? You don't mean... Goto-kun! Renya Goto? Yup. So you know him too? There you are. Goto-senpai! Where did you come from?
From the annals of space, or just a walking mech suit. Alright, time to power walk to these girls.
Chihiro-san, why did you call for me?
My senior ID can get me access to the higher level commands. But I still need the biometric authentication to get it started. So I'll need your help. Though, it's not a favor for me. I'm the one who's going to be helping all of you, in the end. Don't move.
Are you trying to shift from here?
I need you to step away.
"300 meters on the ground, Sector 4 mainframe. Thanks for abandoning Miwako again in an object of danger. You're the worst person."
This place is...
We're inside the underground UFO. The Sector 4 mainframe.
I thought you couldn't shift whenever you wanted. I guess she had to do something very special to be able to do that at that moment. So, alright, power walk. Power walk.
What are you trying to achieve?
Maximum hypocrisy. Once I'm done here, your fight might get just a little easier.
I don't know, it seemed pretty easy, especially at this point. It's pretty dang easy. Have you been watching me play the game? Even on normal mode. I guess intense mode would be a lot more dangerous, but still.
Get on the shifter already.
Did you just say shit? Oh, no, you said shifter. I know what she said.
I've established a connection to the system. My senior credentials should take care of the rest. Thank you. I didn't think you'd come back for me. shifting you back. Now, let's get started, shall we? All units fighting the Kaiju. Can you hear me?
Who's that? How'd you get on this channel?
Huh? Wait, you're the girl Yukiko was helping.
Chihiro. Is that you, Chihiro?
I'm Chihiro Morimura.
What? That's our teacher's name.
I'm going to evacuate the populace all at once. Readouts say 1.2 million people in Sector 4. They'll all be force shifted to the year 2025. As in Sector 3.
To the year 2025? You're shifting over 1 million people?
So you don't have to worry about any civilian casualties. That's all.
Wait a minute, Chihiro!
Initializing shift.
Sector 3, 2025. You know, you just shipped into a world that's pretty much destroyed already. I mean, yeah, there's no kaiju here, but still. Wait, aren't there actually monsters here? Aren't there, like, Terminators running, or Exterminators running around and everything? 300 meters underground, Sector 4 mainframe.
That should be everyone. Unbelievable. Absolutely ridiculous. Why am I doing this?
Oh, I went through.
What's the meaning of this? How did you gain access? Explain yourself.
I'm Takitoshi Hijiyama. I just have one favor to ask of you.
A favor?
Well, it's kind of complicated, but I'm actually asking on behalf of someone else. A young man by the name of Okino.
Tsukasa Okino?
Dun dun dun. Yeah, they're kind of like, why is she all of a sudden helping humanity when she wanted to kind of destroy it? I assume it's just a, you know, combination of people like go to Miwako and stuff like that. But now the twist that Okino's asking for a favor, she's the original professor, so she knows Okino's her son, but obviously this Okino probably wouldn't know that, so let's see. Oh, we now can do the hypocrisy route, which I guess with what it's done. So, you know what? Let's go and finish Takitoshi's, even though we could probably finish Goda's like right now, but I think Hijiyama's almost done, so let's finish his story. Probably has to deal with that favor he asked and everything like that, so. Might be even to finish the character stories at the end of this episode. 300 meters underground, Sector 3 UFO. I might just go and do that anyway, just to make it a long episode. I've been doing hour-long episodes for quite a while anyway, so. Well, most of them have been anyway.
Where do I begin? Well, I think I finally found what we needed. The answer to our problem.
What is it?
I'd prefer to handle the introductions first, but...
At what point was this again? It's obviously before the fight, the final battle.
What can I do right now? I have to save everyone. That means I need to stay at Okino's side. So the Sentinels
Is that the only reason?
From the...
You know, maybe you want to stay with him for other reasons. Well, actually, pretty much he's seen what the alternate, or not alternate, the 21AA versions of them have been, so.
Well, I guess we're a bit early. The command ship's still behind the horizon. That means still about half an hour until they're in comms range. Now it's a waiting game.
And now we play the waiting game. The waiting game sucks. Want to play Hungry Hungry Hippos?
Go ahead and explain.
Guess I owe you that much. You remember our talk about the decode?
Something inside that inner velocitor? It's the thing calling the Deimos, right?
You got it. More specifically, the important part is its connections to 3 discrete points. One of those points is the command ship in orbit, which I'll show you here. From that ship, it extracts the data of the Deimos themselves. That data is used to manufacture them in the automated factories in Sector 1. Then the factory-fresh Deimos are deployed to attack Universal Control. And that's how the decode works.
Ah, the decode.
So why do the attacks make people disappear?
I might actually have the answer to that one. But, well, it'd be better if you heard it from her, the command ship.
From Inaba or whatever her name is? Or what am I thinking?
Huh? Hey, the stall is moving.
It's gonna
Stop.
have us have guns. Oh.
It stopped.
I'm surprised he didn't poke it. Poke, poke! Oh, okay.
Is this doll some kind of enemy?
Must have come from above ground. I'm definitely triggering the voice recognition, but... looks like my operation authority has been revoked.
It's been revoked. You've been fired.
My commands aren't enough to shut them down. They'll be back in action soon.
Oh. Well, if it has to do with dinosaurs, maybe we'll be able to stop them permanently.
Hey, over here too.
Stop!
Well, I mean, you could say stop for quite a long time and stop all of them, but it's only temporary, right?
This doesn't look good.
You're telling me. We need to go. Something's off.
Oh, well, alright. We just... What was the point of coming here and then we had to leave it immediately, so...
What's wrong?
That console.
We need to touch it.
Looks like I can only use the controls from there. You stay here. I'll go set the timer.
Hey!
Stop!
Okino!
Sunset, Sakura High School, front
Damn
gate.
it. Why me? Why only me? I have to get back now, or Okino might not. Someone. Anyone. I need to find someone who knows how to time travel.
But, oh yeah, he doesn't know about that yet. Obviously this is before the final fight, so we knew he survived, so there's really no, like, oh no, I don't know what's gonna happen. You know.
Sekigahara would know. Keitaro's Sentinel could also travel in time. Wait, that nurse would know as well.
Sakura High School, Schoolyard. Well, it's good to know you aren't a complete
Okino was
meathead.
looking into that teacher. Maybe she knows something about time travel. If what Keitaro said is true, the Sentinel's capable of time travel. So if I can take it back from the government and Shikishima, maybe I can use it to save Okino.
So that ties into Mira's ending or whatever. But the only thing I know about time travel is the flux capacitor is what makes it work.
Calling to him for help leaves a bad taste in my mouth, but desperate times call for desperate measures.
I assume we're gonna help. Maybe we end up helping all of them or something like
I
that.
know
But
what I saw. Just as I was shifting, I saw Okino. And the androids were after him. I need to get back and rescue him.
isn't he an android themselves? And what would happen if he disappeared? Go to Universal Control, but it would be different because he's not actually human. Oh, what was the point of slowing it down like that?
This is hardly the time for a snack.
Okay.
I can't seem to find that teacher.
Well, she's dead, so...
Excuse me, miss. There's something I need to ask you.
Sure. What's up?
You can continue the conversation. You don't have to stop on my account, game. No, you're super intimidating, dude. You gotta
I'm
tone it
looking
down a
for a
bit.
teacher named Morimura. Do you have any idea where she might be?
You need to find Miss Morimura? I think she already went home for the day.
Really? Of all time, she had to be gone during an emergency. I'll have to look somewhere else.
Can we ask her the other questions since we're here? I thought she was dead by this point.
I'm looking for a boy named Miura. He'd be wearing a school hat. Has he been around here?
A school hat? Oh, you mean that middle schooler kid?
You've seen him?
Sorry. I don't really know anything. But you might want to talk to one of our track members.
Where would I find them?
Around now, she'd probably be at the rest area.
Understood. Thank you.
Oh, any other?
I've actually got some stuff to do, so...
My apologies. I appreciate the help.
Totally leave me alone, you freak.
You've been in the area for a while, right? Seen any suspicious characters? Sharp eyes, acting fishy?
Yeah, right in front of... never mind.
Hmm?
Yeah, she held off just long enough. Yeah, let's check all the... Oh, there's one of the track and field girls.
Do you have a moment?
For what?
Game, you can keep talking, you know. We don't have to just stop, you know.
I'm looking for a shady guy who looks like he might start a fight. Have you seen anyone like that around school?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm talking to him.
Anyone else?
Well, there's also Ogata-kun.
Nope, not gonna work.
I'm looking for Miura. A boy with an old school hat. Any idea where I might find him?
A school hat? You mean Natsuno's boyfriend?
Natsuno?
One of my friends in track has a boyfriend. And he always wears this super vintage-looking school hat.
That's him. Do you know where he is?
He wasn't near the athletics building. I do remember something. Oh, I've seen him around the old school building.
The old school building. So, the wooden schoolhouse. Thank you. Much appreciated.
Is that all you need?
Yes. Thank you.
Now you can get your drink. Okay, she's out of dialogue. Behind the school passageway. We have time to reminisce.
What's wrong?
This is for you.
What's this?
I really like you.
What are you doing? Don't be crazy.
Gotcha. Deja vu, huh? Isn't this where I confessed to Nenji Ogata too? That seemed like it really got to you. I thought you might be feeling left out, so...
You idiot. You thought it'd make me happy for a man to confess to me?
Guess not, huh?
Seems like they're both stubborn that they like each other, really, when it comes to it. Because Okino keeps messing with them, but, you know, one of the standard tropes is when a character likes someone else, they'll mess with them. Even though, without being, like, truly to them, because it gets a reaction out of them. And they like that, even though you might possibly push the person away when you do that. That's a well-known anime trope to do that. And obviously he won't admit he likes Okino too. So it's just like, just kiss already, Jesus! Just like, stop it! You know, typical drama.
Here.
He's gotta be here somewhere. He's hiding.
Huh? You? Wait, maybe...
This was the correct area to search. It is him.
Wait, that's
BJ the robot!
You're the scout unit that was with Sekigahara. Why do you have this? Who are you?
Takitoshi-san, let me take you.
To the take you or take me to the future? Well, we know Natsuno is the key. Like literally, she has the control key or whatever.
Let me take you to Okino's location. He has been wounded by androids. His condition is critical.
What?
Well, why are we stop talking? Keep going.
Who exactly are you? How do you know about Okino?
Television broadcasts and command ship transmissions. Miyuki Inaba used them to inform me. Natsuno, he will need it.
Oh, sure. Here.
Oh, it's a gun. The best thing you can get for courage.
What is this?
The phaser. You will need a weapon to neutralize the androids.
Some kind of future gun?
I extracted it from the Shikishima laboratory. It was designed based on data from the mainframe. Natsuno, please stay here.
What?
It will be dangerous. Okino may not have much time.
Then let's move.
Yeah, we kind of only had one gun, so 300 meters underground, Sector 3 UFO.
Okino!
3 active androids detected.
I'm on it.
Shoot them in the face. My skills are awesome. How does he know to shoot a? Because wouldn't like modern guns be different than 1940s guns? Yeah, whatever. Like I said, maybe BJ told him how to shoot it or something. It's over. I shot them all. They're all dead. Now I gotta save my baby boy.
Okino! Where are you hurt? Don't worry. I'll get you to a hospital.
Hijiyama-kun,
Don't talk. I'm here.
the letter. Read my letter.
No! Okino! No. Okino's... He's gone.
Universal Control has isolated him.
So they finally made it here. Okino. You don't have much of a knack for love letters.
I assume since he was isolated by Universal Control, I assume during the battle when he talks to Takitoshi, it's either the help of Inaba or maybe he found a way to like hack the Universal Control to talk to him. Because yeah, Okino's not a Sentinel on the map or anything like that. So he's, maybe they explain at some point how he's able to talk to him, but or maybe this layer explains it. I don't know.
The invasion force is approaching Sector 4. So I'd like to share the Sentinel with you. I hid it in the ocean in Sector 5. It's the one I piloted. Sentinel number 12. If anything happens to me, you'll need access to it. So I made one last adjustment to your body on my own. The Sentinel activation switch is on your left forearm.
Oh, I bet maybe Okino is maybe he transferred his personality into the Sentinel's AI. Maybe that's how he's able to talk to him. Because some of the other characters don't that, so why not Okino? So
That scout unit said you were isolated. If you really are alive, if you're out there somewhere, then you're going to need a home to return to. It'd be a shame if it was gone. So, I'll fight to my last breath to save it. That's all the reason I need. Now let's go. Sentinel number 12!
Finally. I was wondering when you'd show up.
What was that? I thought I heard Okino's voice.
You did. It's me.
Okino!
You can't see them, but I do still have legs. No ghosts here.
So the scout was right.
I'm still alive. Because we shared the Sentinel, you're the only one who I can communicate with.
What can I do? How do I save you?
I can't go back to that world anymore. I was cut off from it, to keep me alive. This was the answer, Hijiyama-kun. Remember what we talked about? The mystery process eating up 80% of the inner Lossiter's memory? Our hearing, vision, scent, touch, and taste. It was supplying sensory data, everything we ever perceived. It made everything in that world seem real. That was practically its highest priority function.
Seem real? You don't mean it was all fake? My home? The factory?
The 5 sectors are not reality. Besides the 15 of us, every human we've ever known, they were created by universal control. That world is a simulated space, a massive, perfect illusion for us.
None of it was real.
These cockpits we're in right now, that is reality. My designs for the Sentinels never had cockpits at all. What kind of suicidal moron would get in a 35-meter weaponized metal suit? A single punch's recoil impact would hit the pilot like a train crash. But then the finished Sentinels had ways to get inside. I wasn't too familiar with the systems we'd pulled from the mainframe data. I figured it was just a speck I hadn't noticed at the time. But it wasn't even a cockpit at all. They're growth pods, meant to keep our bodies healthy. We were born inside these pods. We have never known life outside of them.
If all that's true, how do we get out?
I don't know if we can get out. But at least one thing's clear. If the Deimos invasion destroys the world we knew, then we will all die inside these pods.
Fat chance of that. You're shameless, shrewd, and infuriating. People like you don't die so easily. No matter what else may change, my duty is the same. I live in service of my country. And the people I love.
Hijiyama-kun.
I will not let you die.
Hijiyama-kun. No matter how this ends, I will always be with you. Let's go.
To the final battle. Well, still better love story than Twilight. No, no, that was sweet in a way. And yeah, the big twist there is that they're... I mean, we knew that a lot of stuff had to be fake or manufactured or something like that because of the way the sectors work. But now they basically pulled a Matrix on us. So basically, everything they've been censoring was basically those pods from the Matrix movie. So, and it kept them growing. Now, I don't know how that works when it comes to the loops or the retries or whatever, if it's still the same thing, or if those pods get destroyed and they just set another set of clones or something like that. So I like the fact he brings up the fact that why would someone pilot a 10,000 ton mech with a force impact would do serious damage to you. So I like the fact they point out that trope, even though this game uses a lot of tropes itself. But yeah, they're all in growth pods, so those little cutscenes there are just them in their pods. So nice little mystery solved there. And so Hijiyama's gonna do everything he can to save Okino and the world. So did that make the whole point of Morimura saving all those people pointless because they're not real? I mean, because they're just sensory input. Maybe there's something more to that. I guess we'll find out in Gota's story. So let's continue. Let's keep this gravy train of answers rolling. Rinya Gota, log 2188.
This data is that you, Goto? It's been a while. The last
last time I saw you was 2 months before my death. Roughly a year ago, I think. Chairman Ogata? An AI construct based on Chairman Kendo Ogata? Why would this be in Morimura's files? I see. So this is how she managed to raise all those funds. She must have used this AI to access the Shikishima Chairman's hidden network. Not quite. I'm afraid that was originally my idea. The good Professor Morimura was only following my orders. So all of this was by design? Your design? Leaking the prototype nanomachinery to the black market? The catastrophic consequences? You're the one who exploited her. If you blame anyone, blame yourself. We were so close to losing Project Ark entirely. Now we must prioritize the project above all else. I'll finally have my second chance at life. You were planning on downloading yourself into a clone. A brave new Earth is waiting for me. I won't let you do this. What is Professor Morimura doing now? She's dead. By that hitman's hands, I presume. That's humanity. Self-destructive to the very end. Only a few survivors left now. I give them 3 days at most. My deepest condolences for your imminent death. Shut up, Construct. Your project is over. Unfortunately for you, the Ark is already set off. It's still within comms range. You don't have clearance. I refuse to let an AI control the future of humanity. Out of the survivors, the ones who would have clearance.
Ayami Park.
So, suppose I am the professor. Then what?
I want to know the truth. I want to know the reasons behind all of this. But that seems unlikely. I imagine you're not inclined to tell me anything.
And why's that?
It'd be inconvenient for you if we had all the facts. Considering you're trying to eliminate us. From the very beginning, you never intended for this world to survive.
Yeah, that's where we left off last time. I don't know why you had to re-say it, but I guess just for...
If Operation Aegis succeeds, a world reset will no longer be possible. This operation goes against Professor Morimura's agenda. She will stop at nothing to prevent it. This refers...
Why would you do such a thing? Why are you being such a jerk? Anyway.
You think I'm trying to destroy the world?
I do.
So you think I'm enabling the Kaiju now? Even though I've got more reason to hate them than any of you?
That is true, at least. You're clearly not on the Kaiju's side. After all, they are a threat to your primary objective, which would be to carry out the plan you formed in 2188. However, that plan may now be untenable. The situation has deviated too drastically.
Yeah. Well, because of a lot of factors, I assume.
Recall when I brought you to the underground UFO? I believe you said something like, it was out of your hands.
No, she... Wait, did she? Maybe that... I was about to say, that's gotta be a recall moment. Flashback. 300 meters underground, Sector 3 mainframe.
This is the mainframe of the UFO?
Yes.
Honestly, Okino-kun, you can't take anything else in life seriously. So why do you put so much time into all this?
Okino.
Just talking to myself. More importantly, look at this mess. Something unpleasant must have happened here.
Most likely.
I don't know why you're saying that about Okino. He's your kid, so... Apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Shikishima android. Probably left here by Ida-san.
Yeah, he's always leaving stuff all over the place. What a weirdo. Time to power walk to this guy.
They've all been shot. External damage suggests the weapon was a phaser.
Was this when Takitoshi was here, maybe? Or no, maybe.
They're all out of commission. Too damaged to function.
I see. Let's get started then.
Is it really possible?
I have a fairly comprehensive grasp of this system. This abnormality all comes down to the decode, right? I should be able to get rid of it.
Why would Miss Morimura push for Operation Aegis if this was an option all along?
Well, you said it yourself. She's either being controlled by someone, or she could be trying to save herself.
That's not right.
That's not right, you little brat.
Hold on. That file system hadn't even been analyzed yet. How did you gain access?
I have a senior admin ID. Access privileges for the entire system.
You somehow got access to an account that high level?
Yes. I have my ways.
She said pretty please.
This is no good. Sector 3's mainframe has been damaged in an attack. It's barely operational. I won't be able to process much here. Well, not much choice. I'll have to send direct instructions to the command ship.
Command ship?
The mothership in orbit. It can send commands directly to the UFO.
Is it? An Ark? Some grand design from the people of the future?
Either that or a base of operations for an alien invasion.
Oh. Well. Little column A, little column B.
The comms channel to the command ship is cut off. Must be hiding somewhere beyond the horizon. Looks like about 35 minutes until the comms reconnect. But we don't have that long. Time to find another link.
Will this fix cut off the Kaiju's attacks?
It should be able to solve the problem at its core. However, we can't stop any commands that were already processed. That's out of my hands.
Which means we'll still have to deal with the Kaiju already generated. We don't know how many the factories have produced. If we could just verify their numbers. We're going to need the Sentinels after all.
That may be best. Operation Aegis is too much of a risk.
In other words, the decode's activation is a blow you cannot recover from. No matter how you try to fix it, your plan is irreversibly impacted. The most direct fix would be eliminating the decode. Then, you would just restart the loop anew.
I like the fact that they have like a minor detail. Chihiro petting the rabbit, like either when she's, I don't know if I'd say nervous, but when she's talking about certain things, she'll just go back to it, that the kid that was raised with Miura is like still kind of there in her psyche, you know.
That would revert the situation back to the original plan, which is, in essence, your goal.
You're overthinking this.
I don't know, are we?
In order to trigger a loop, you need them to destroy all the sector's mainframes. And therein lies your goal. You want this world destroyed so the timeline can be reset. But you have one major obstacle, and that's Operation Aegis.
What a nefarious plan that is. Ooh.
Aegis isn't just an ordinary defense system. It causes a terminal to seal itself off in self-defense, preventing anyone from using it to control the world. Once all the terminals are sealed off, we'll be severed from the mainframe, effectively preventing any further loop or extinction. But if that happens, your plan is null and void. We'd be stuck in a loop where your goal was impossible.
Aha, got you there.
Fine then. Let's say all your wild speculation is correct. What do you plan to do about it?
I don't know, shoot you?
Let's backtrack a little bit. we discussed the suspect of Miss Morimura's murder, and you asked me who I think did it.
Well, I know, but does Goto know?
If you actually are Professor Chihiro Morimura, then I believe you personally murdered Miss Morimura.
Did I now?
She was a staunch advocate of Operation Aegis. A thorn in your side, someone in the way of your reset.
An interesting theory, if also an incorrect one.
Believe me, I understand why you'd view me with hostility. Certainly Renya Goto was responsible for chasing you out of Newman, even if it was on Shikishima's behalf, a buyer simply eliminating liabilities. After that, you took the lead on Project Arc, under Kengo Ogata's oversight.
Dun dun dun, yeah, you're piecing it all together. That's what happens when you take notes, viewers. But, yeah, it's, she still keeps denying it, even though he's on the right track. I mean, for the most part.
Kengo Ogata, of course, being Nenji Ogata's father, and Shikishima's chairman, who recognized your talent. He passed away in 2187. His age caught up with him. But the other Kengo Ogata is perhaps more relevant. The one you created after his death using his memories. An AI construct. You were letting it control you.
I was just getting advice.
Did Goto read, like, the script for the game or something like that?
Dug that out of a log, too?
Yes. Renya Goto found that AI. The log was recorded in the colony after your death.
After Sekigahara, like, went up to you thinking you couldn't get you, and boom! He's a masterclass in shonenism.
Once your clone reaches 18 years of age, you set it so that she'd download your memories. It's clear this project was not a selfish endeavor. I'm sure you felt a sense of duty to save humanity. But you were also trying to bring Kengo Ogata back to life. So Professor Morimura takes over Chihiro Morimura's clone. And presumably, Kengo Ogata would take over Nenji Ogata's clone. That's why you're so intent on sticking to the plan. Certainly, from your perspective, Miss Morimura was expendable. She had to die. Her very survival endangered your ultimate goal.
Well, that is a shame. This isn't ideal, but you know too much. Goodbye.
It didn't even show, like, a little blast, like, hitting him or something like that, so maybe she held off, but I was like, that's the one thing Goto's surprised about, that she pulled a gun on him. I was like, but you knew that you had a really good assumption that she killed herself, so wouldn't she still have the gun or a weapon on her or something like that? I don't know, I think that's kind of funny, so. Oh yeah, now we can do that because we've cleared everyone else out for 100%, so. Yeah, it makes sense. Goto is the final character to interact with, so. Yeah, let's just make this an hour episode. Alright, let's see how Goto gets out of this one.
Oh?
You know, the man with the notes, but do you have the capability to survive a 7-year-old with a gun? 300 meters underground, Sector 4 mainframe.
Initiating metaskill analysis. This shouldn't take too long.
Whoa.
I'll send you the data once it's ready.
That would be great.
But I must say, this is a surprise. Okino-kun really managed to push this through? Integrating this half-coded thing into the control system?
Thank you. No, well, Okino wanted to tell you that. Thank you.
Okino-kun said that?
He said the analysis wasn't complete yet. So he appreciates your help with all this.
I see.
To look at you, anyone might think you are just a child. But you must be a truly exceptional individual. The message was Okino's, but I'd like you to know I'm grateful as well. Now if you'll excuse me, I must return to the battle.
That boy. So he appreciates me, does he?
Miami Park. Well, appreciate you more than
That is a shame.
when he was alive in 2188 anyway.
This isn't ideal, but you know too much. Goodbye.
You cannot shoot me with that gun. So anyone who knows the truth of Aegis is a liability to you. And liabilities must be dealt with. Does that sum it up?
Is it because that phaser had a was coded to Sekigahara or something? I remember at one point they mentioned, but then everyone else was able to use the gun at one point, so maybe they changed the code, or it depends on the gun or something like that. But or it could have been empty. Because didn't they say the gun only had so many shots to it? So I think that's kind of funny that she was going to kill with it. It's like, click. Ah, shoot.
If you recall, I specifically acquired this gun for your purposes. You had concerns about self-defense.
So you reprogrammed it not to be able to shoot you or something?
I can guess what happens next. Now you're going to use it to shoot me.
Oh. No, I don't think that was his plan all along, but okay. You're so like defensive, you think everyone's out to get you.
Perhaps I wasn't clear. For safety reasons, neither one of us can be shot with this gun. I configured it very specifically.
Oh, we're gonna show you.
As I suspected, this gun records the time of its last discharge. And that time looks to be a near match for Miss Morimura's estimated time of death. Which suggests you used this gun to murder her.
Haha, gotcha.
Now, on the day of the crime, you yourself were using the drone to keep tabs on Miss Morimura, weren't you? Based off of your expenses for that day, I presume you took a taxi to the crime scene.
How much do you have in that pocketbook? Were you just playing dumb this whole time?
That pocketbook doesn't even look that big, and yeah, he has all this information, so he must be really good at like chicken scratch. There's some people who can like make codes for how they write, so they can fill up like books of paper or sheets of paper without having to take too much room because they know their own code for a bit. He probably does something similar to that.
When did you realize? What gave away that I was the professor and not her?
Although the thing could be as big as War and Peace, although it is supposed to fit in his pocket, so I don't know, it's anime, whatever. Or nanomachines, son.
There was a specific moment. It was back when Miura found you here. You described Miura as an excellent design engineer. But the Miura of 2188 was the design engineer, not him.
Did you dig that out of Renya Goto's log too?
No. That I learned through Miura, the AI of Sentinel number 17. He also told me about the existence of the logs.
Man, it seems like Goto, like, even though you saw him brief pieces here and there, he was always taking notes, and he was always, like, investigating, like, all the time. Like, that's probably why he didn't appear all the time. He was taking notes and trying to put together this mystery. He Columbo'd us.
So, what happens to me now? If you're not killing me, I assume you're at least locking me up?
Considering what you did to Miss Morimura, I'm admittedly conflicted. But giving into my emotional reaction wouldn't solve anything. Vengeance isn't going to bring her back. So, with that in mind, I would rather choose the path that gets me closer to the truth. That is what I want now. To see what lies at the end of all this. To see what she never could.
You know, you could just give her a spanking, and that's usually what kids, with a belt, just get a belt and whap her. You know, just like, this is what you get for being a bad kid.
You told an obvious lie. You made it clear Jiro Izumi was not your cup of tea. Yet you and Izumi shared an intimate relationship in the year 2188. That was clear enough from all the evidence I found. Even the placement seemed intentional. You and Izumi, together in Sector 1. You died before you could set up the memory transplant. At that point, I can only assume, Izumi sympathized with you and helped carry out your vision.
Yeah, they mentioned that. I think Ida mentions Izumi doing something like that. Man, apparently Izumi was into older women. Man, into cougars, apparently. At least 2188 Chihiro seemed to be quite old. At least she looked like maybe in her 60s or something that needs to be looked to be probably like its 30s or 40s. So I could be wrong, though. I don't think they give an actual age to the characters. Not that it really matters, but...
I can certainly understand Kengo Ogata's motive. He just wants to live again. But you, why are you so intent on transplanting your memory?
Because there has to be a leader. Without someone to guide them, teams dissolve into fear, spite, resentment. It'd be the colony all over again.
I see. As I suspected. Your devotion to this goal is inspiring in some ways. Are you a gambling woman?
So it was kind of selfish in ways like, there's got to be a leader, and it's got to be me. I mean, that's pretty much what it is.
I'd like to propose a bet. We'll leave the terminals alone for you. We won't let Aegis seal everything off. Your loop would still be viable.
And in exchange?
As it currently stands, it'd be impossible to revert to your original plan without some compromise. But consider this. Even this final phase won't truly be the end. We'll have plenty of struggles beyond it. Plenty more pain ahead of us. If we can prove to you that we will overcome that, if we prove to you that we can face the unknown, then are we not worthy to take up your cause, inheriting your goal, and seeing it through?
You make an interesting point.
We can solve this problem ourselves. So my proposal is this. Let us fight our war. No sabotage. If we fail, then I could hardly object to a reset anyway.
That's your bet? You don't stand a chance.
Well, I suppose we'll see about that.
300 meters underground, Sector 4 base.
Aegis activated. Is anyone too compromised to keep fighting?
We've barely had a moment to breathe. The girls may be pushing their limits.
I'm still okay. I can keep fighting.
There are 3 terminals remaining. We can protect 2 of them with Aegis, but we're on our own with the last terminal.
How much longer do we need to hold out?
We need to re-establish a connection with Miyuki Inaba. That's still 10 hours off.
10 hours we don't have. But her plan is our last hope.
Then we fight to the last, until we have nothing left.
The Kaiju are heading for the next terminal.
Brace yourself, Keitaro. We are soldiers, and this is the moment we trained for. Hours, days, it doesn't matter. We'll hold the line. Let's go. Chihiro-san. You're listening, aren't you? If you're out there, please respond. Chihiro-san.
What is it now?
You know a way to link up with the command ship. One that doesn't rely on its position, don't you?
You're thinking of when I revised the decode.
Right now, we need that shortcut.
And this is where you reveal some new leverage over me. I can't wait to hear what log you found this time.
No. This time, I'm asking a favor.
You have to be joking. You do realize the position I'm already in?
I do. Even still, all I can do is beg. I just want us to have a chance.
This is the most idiotic... I lied to you, you know. Do you know which lie I'm talking about?
Not this time.
When I said I wasn't going to like you.
Oh,
You're an infuriating man, Renya Goto.
Chihiro-san.
Ready? Everyone, listen to me. We can communicate with the command ship out of range. I'm realigning the 3 surveillance satellites to their relay positions. We should be connected soon. However, the satellites have to move outside their preset tracks. They'll enter the gravity well and plummet to Earth. Your connection will only last until they hit the surface. You'll barely have any time to do this. Am I clear?
Thank you.
Honestly, humans can be so irrational. Though, I guess, I might be the most irrational one here. If you actually manage to pull this off, then I expect you all to take responsibility.
Chihiro.
Good luck, big brother. Almost connected. This is your only chance. Initiating communication.
To the final battle. That was very satisfactory. I think Goda's might be my favorite. Although, it's weird to say that because basically he's just sitting there explaining the whole plot to us the whole time. But I don't know. I mean, especially the end part of it was very satisfactory. You know, her, you know, after everything she's done, she's going to help us out in the end. Whether because of Goda or Mura or her views on people or who she's dealt with over that course. You know, she's decided to destroy the satellites and given us a chance to meet Inabe and get the information and help we need to beat the Kaiju once and for all. Can we beat the Kaiju once and for all? Find out next time in the next episode of 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. I'm probably not going to do every battle because I think I want to save like the final battle and then the ending for another episode. So the next episode will be me going over 7, 8, and 9 battle from that. And those will probably take me long enough anyway. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.